Virtual selling is all the rage right now, and my friends at Vidyard have put together all the hot tips to kill it at virtual selling. They already offer an easy to use video creation tool to help connect you to your customers and referral partners. And now, listeners of the Badass Direct Sales Mastery podcast not only get free access to the Vidyard video service, but they are also offering their free State of Virtual Selling report. You can get your copy at vidyard.com/badass. You can be a virtual selling virtuoso. Just go to vidyard.com/badass to discover how.
Welcome to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Badass Direct Sales Mastery is a podcast for rock star direct sales moms who are determined to make their business kick ass. Jennie will share her knowledge of effective sales and recruiting techniques, tips to get what you want from your business, and will interview direct sales professionals and leaders from various companies. The interviews will give insight to how these rock stars got to where they are and where they plan to grow in the future. And now, the direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger.
Welcome to Badass Direct Sales Mastery. I'm your host, Jennie Bellinger, your direct sales dom, helping you whip your business into shape. Today's episode is My Upline Quit. Now what? Question mark, exclamation point. I chose to do this for a few reasons. Number one, I've had a number of people share with me that this has happened to them recently. Number two, I see and hear about it all the time. Number three, it happened to me and my team. Number four, it has happened to a few of my clients as well. And number five, to be totally honest and transparent, my most successful clients are direct sales orphans, and I've become the upline they wished they had. So let's talk about why this happens. I'm going to use my story about my upline leaving as one example why this sometimes happens. I was sponsored by my sister-in-law. She quickly sponsored a few others and rose to a rank that was about a third of the way up the comp plan for our company. I continued to follow in her footsteps because once I see the path, I follow it. Then bam, life hit her right in the middle of the eyes. Family and personal medical issues, and frankly, who knows what else came up, but she stepped away. Luckily, I had established a relationship with her upline, and I continued to get support. Sometimes the reason someone leaves is just straight up overwhelm. They feel like they have to let something go, and sometimes they choose the business. Another reason that an upline might leave is because life has changed, priorities have changed, and or they've been offered another opportunity. I know a direct sales leader who had a few major medical things happen in her life with friends and family members, which forced her to look at her priorities. The company she was with at the time was a fashion company, but she was suddenly drawn to go find a health and wellness company with products that she could get behind because they'd make a difference in the lives of her friends and family. Because I know she's such a dynamic and passionate leader, she has had some team members follow her, but I'm sure there were plenty on her team who were not drawn to the health and wellness space. And they do have a passion for fashion and now need a stand-in upline leader who aligns with their priorities and values. The next reason that I'm going to share regarding why uplines leave is the giant pink elephant in the room. Sometimes leaders leave because they're suffering from imposter syndrome. They may not feel like a good enough leader, or that their own business isn't as good as they think it should be, or because they get passed up by a rock star on their own team. I told you, this one would be a little uncomfortable, but if we don't address it or call it out, it will continue to happen, and it just might happen to you. You may already be struggling with this, thinking things like, How can I sponsor when my own sales aren't even all that good? Or how can I lead more people on this team? The ones who are already here don't do anything. Or how can I face my team when someone I sponsored already is ranking higher than I am? These thoughts and so many more may already be plaguing you, or they might in the future. We all suffer, at least occasionally, from imposter syndrome. Yes, even me. I'm not perfect, no matter how much I may sometimes wish that were true. And luckily, my lack of perfection makes me relatable. I don't always get everything right, even sometimes with my clients, but I'm willing to clean up my mess. And that is part of how you can overcome imposter syndrome. Acknowledge your lack of perfection and be willing to clean up when the lack of perfection makes a mess. Now that we know, see, look, I'm not perfect. I just managed to mess that one up. Now we know a few reasons why leaders leave. So let's address the second part of the episode title, the now what question mark exclamation point. You have quite a few options if your upline leaves or quits altogether. A, you can leave or quit too. It's not the option that will help you achieve the dreams you had when you first started your business, but it is an option. And I'm willing to bet that if you are still listening at this point, you are just successful enough that quitting isn't an option you are willing to entertain. B, connect to your new upline. Companies often have a policy in place should this happen. And it is usually, and I would insert invisible italics or all capitals if you guys were reading this, it is usually that you will get rolled up to the next leader above yours. So reach out to this person if you don't already know them. Do not think that you are bothering them or bugging them. You are a member of their team, and they do have a responsibility to lead you as well. If they ever imply that they don't feel responsible to or for you as their leader, that they got stuck with you, then number one, this says more about them as a leader than it does about you. And number two, the next two options may be your next best bet. So far I've said you can quit or leave too. Connect to your new upline. So that was A and B. C is connect with other leaders, both in your company and out of your company. Personally, this option was one that I exercised myself before I became a direct sales orphan. I had started building relationships with other leaders in my uplines organization and with sharp ladies that I was meeting out at networking events and at vendor events. I was picking their brains on sales ideas, leadership, sponsoring, and everything I could think of. Doing this also helped me figure out the kind of leader that I wanted to become. Next option, D, hire a coach, especially one who specializes in direct sales, network marketing, and or MLM or multi-level marketing. I know that you may be thinking, Jennie, of course you say that. You want me to hire you. You're partially right. Here's the thing though. Yes, I am a coach who specializes in direct sales, network marketing, and MLM. And yes, if you are looking to hire a coach in this industry, I would like to be in consideration, and we may or may not be a fit. There are many other coaches out there. I am just one, and I don't take every client. It's got to be an energetic fit. So before we jump right into you hiring me, let's start with the options that you have to find the right coach for you. So start by searching Google or Facebook. Once you find some of those people, follow their personal page, their business page, go to their free groups on Facebook or LinkedIn. My free group happens to be Badass Direct Sales Moms. Check out their Instagram, follow their Instagram, their TikTok, their LinkedIn, connect with them in as many different places as you can. If they have a podcast, go subscribe to their podcast and listen. Participate in the free events that they offer, webinars, trainings, or workshops. Purchase tickets to their paid events. Get a subscription to their entry-level coaching options. For me, that's the Badass Direct Sales Mastery community on Facebook. The link is badassdirectsalesmastery.com/community. And the link is in the show notes too. As you're continuing to connect with them, take them up on any complimentary coaching sessions that they offer and do yourself a favor and implement what the two of you discussed during that session. If you haven't budgeted yet for a coach or a program, then I recommend a few things. Join a free Facebook group. Mine is the Badass Direct Sales Moms. Make sure you fill out all the questions. Face it, you expect people to fill out the questions and answer the questions to your VIP group. The same is true for any of these free groups that you're going to be jumping into. Now, here's the really important pieces once you join those free Facebook groups. Friend request the leader of the group and send a private message introducing yourself and ask that leader how you can get the most value from that free group. Set your follow preferences for the group to favorites or top or whatever the hell Facebook or LinkedIn calls it at that time. Just go into the group settings and set your follow preferences or notification preferences to favorites. So that way it shows up in your feed and you're getting all the value from participating in that group and seeing all of those posts pop up in your news feed. Be active in the group. Post questions, share engagement memes that worked for you to get more engagement in your own VIP groups. Comment on other people's posts. This will get you attention from the coach leading the group. And hey, you never know what they might have to offer if they see you really participating. If you can afford to invest a little bit, then consider a paid coaching community. Like I mentioned before, the Badass Direct Sales Mastery community. Members of my community get daily access to me to ask questions, a free monthly workshop to build your business through effective marketing, and free monthly coaching sessions live in the group, in addition to support of a community of other badasses building their businesses right alongside you. And here's what I want to offer to you. Come check out the Badass Direct Sales Mastery community for just $5. If you don't like what you see in the guides, the videos, and the posts, then cancel your subscription after your first 30 days and leave the group. No harm, no foul. Now, until January 31st of 2022, pricing for the group will stay at the 2021 pricing of $14.97 a month. After that, though, the new pricing will be $19.97 per month. It's all the same features, and I might add some more because of the higher pricing, but it will stay at $19.97. It will never get any lower than that moving forward. So to get your first 30 days for just $5, go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com/community. Once you've paid your $5 or you just decide to invest for the whole first year, you'll get some emails that give you some instructions on how to connect with the link for the right group and along with how to connect with me through Facebook and other social media platforms so that I can help you with your own postings. I wish that I could tell you the exact number of my clients and community members who not only thank me for sharing my wisdom and experience with them, but have also said that I'm the upline they wish they had all along. If you find yourself wishing for more personalized or custom support, wishing for regular and consistent, proactive and positive accountability, then you should consider investing in the Badass Direct Sales Mastery community. Again, just go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com/community. And the link is in the show notes. If you've never listened to an episode before, I'm going to tell you guys how to get to the show notes. All you have to do, grab your phone, as long as you're not driving, click on the episode you're listening to, right now and scroll through the episode, and you'll notice that there are show notes, and you'll see the link for badassdirectsalesmastery.com/community, and click in there before January 31st of 2022 to get in for $5 and take advantage of the 2021 pricing. Stay tuned. Oh, wait, no, wait, don't go yet. Don't go yet. If you are listening on Spotify, did you know that you can now rate this podcast? If you rate this podcast and take a screenshot of your rating and email me that screenshot, I will send you a thank you gift. Your ratings help others like you decide if they should listen. The first 10 ratings emailed to me will get an extra special thank you. My email is Jennie, JENNIE, at badassdirectsalesmastery.com. Again, that's Jennie, JENNIE, at badassdirectsalesmastery.com. Okay, now stay tuned because there's another badass episode on its way.
Thanks for listening to the Badass Direct Sales Mastery Podcast with your direct sales dom, Jennie Bellinger. Why are you waiting to go to badassdirectsalesmastery.com? Don't make the dom get her whip. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure to share it with another rock star that you know in direct sales after you subscribe to the podcast so you won't miss any future episodes. You can also check out the show notes for links and any contact information mentioned in today's episode. We'll see you next time.